and I'm going to illustrate the new functionality that we call selective exporting of the special price data from a stage to production. By now, I have clicked the Select Item button under the Copy from a stage to production. And now I have data from production being displayed, read only, and linked to the stage area. So as you can see, prices for retail 1, retail 2, retail 1, and bid price 2 are different than the ones in production. And you can see there is an export label here, and there is checkboxes that by default, those checkboxes are all checked, meaning that if you click export, each one of these prices and dates is going to be exported. So as long as you have all those 4, they are going to be exported. By the way, if you unselect all of them, like right now they're all of them blank, and you try to export, you're going to get a message that says you must select at least one special price type for exporting. So it won't allow you to export, of course, if at least one of them is checked. So let's do all of them at once to illustrate just the full exporting all these prices. You can see the prices are different than the ones in production. I'm going to click export here. I forgot to select one item, so now that item is marked for selection, and now I can click export. So be patient. Okay, you have finished. As you can see, the selected special price item have been exported. And now you can see that everything is identical because we selected each one of the prices and dates. In production now, the data is identical to a stage because we selected all of them. So now let's make a few changes here. So let's change this one, for example, just make this up. Let's change this to a 1. And let's change this date. Let's change this one to, just for the sake of it, let's change those. Let's change this one also to a 3. Change to 3. Let's change this to a 5. And let's change this one to a 7. 7 and 7. And let's commit that. So now we have this different than production. You see, we change all the values that are different than production. But this time, let's do 1. Let's just export the retail 1 only. So you see, even though I have different values here, let's do an export, and then we should see only a change for retail 1. So let's do that. Okay, it's finished now. You can see here, only retail 1 change. All the others are as before because we didn't check any of this. So let's do now a, let's change this now to a 2 here. Okay, let's change that. But this time, let's export these 2 guys here. Right, there's 2 here, and we now have different values here than here. You can see it's different. Okay, but we're going to export this 2 only. So let's do the export. Okay, so at this point you can see, because we selected this 2, Those are the only two that change. The other ones remain the same. They didn't change to this because we didn't have the check marks. So I think we have the functionality. I tested very well, and behind the scenes I am doing a lot of tracking and storing the previous values to the new values. So in case you have to, for any reason, you do a export that is not right, you can quickly correct that, because you're gonna see in real time here what you change, and you can quickly come here and make whatever changes you need to, apply the changes, and re-export. And we're keeping logs behind the scenes and tracking every step in case we need to trace back. So give it a try, enjoy, and until the next time.